Hello there, it is the first Movie Monday of 2023. We're watching Ultraman Saga. I've already done this like 2 years ago. I watched this like 2 years ago, but by that point I didn't watch, what did I watch 2 years ago? Just Ultraman Z? I think just Ultraman Z. Since then I've watched Nexus, Mebius, Tiga, Dyna, obviously Decker and Trigger. I think that's all of them that I've seen. But apparently, Ultraman Dyna, because I finished it now, Ultraman Dyna. I finished it months ago actually, but I recorded way ahead so I could have more free time. But obviously I don't remember what I reacted to, and you guys said that Ultraman Saga has a particular part of the movie where you get to see what happens after the ending of Dyna. So I'm very intrigued to see what that is. But yeah, I don't remember that much of this movie either, so it will be refreshing. Even though I've seen it before, it'll be refreshing in two ways. First of all, because I've forgotten some of it, and second, because I have more context now of Ultraman shows, including Dyna, and that's the main reason. That's the main reason I'm watching this, because of Dyna. So it's 1 hour 30 minutes long. Not too bad. Let's do this. Watching this machine run is very funny because it looks so laggy. It's like the effects are just unfinished. Yes, yes, it's Captain Hibiki. Ask the 50th anniversary. I'm assuming he's been missing for this long. I'm assuming so. Yeah, so I watched this 2 years ago. No idea who he was. Now I know who he is. And the movie's so much better now. Where's everyone else? Why is it only them two? Where's everyone else? Oh no, there they are. Actually, we're still missing one. Where is she? Those are fireworks. I'm recording this it's New Year's Day at 2 AM. I'm recording it at that time. That's why you hear bangs. The Spear are back. I did not expect that. I did not expect that at all. Oh, okay, now I remember the scene. The scene where the Spear are attacking the base. I remember the scene now. I didn't realize. I guess when I watched it 2 years ago, I didn't know what the Spear was. So that actually makes a lot of sense. Of course, I don't remember. I remember that scene. I just remember it was the Spear. I'm just like, wait, the Spear were in this movie? Oh yeah, they were. I actually quite like this, you know. Like, I think I should do this more often. I should watch movies that I have no context to, that are connected to something else. I should watch the movie without knowing, and then watch the show that connects to the movie, and then watch the movie again. Because I noticed so much more. I'm actually glad I watched it 2 years ago without knowing, because now I'm watching it again. The amount of more context I have to every scene is just amazing. So, yeah. Sometimes it's good to watch movies that don't make sense to you, because one day it will make sense. The scene where Tiger, well, he basically dies and Zero saves him, and he becomes Ultraman, and he says, no, I don't want to do it. That's a funny scene. I remember watching that scene the first time I saw it. It's one of the scenes you don't need any context for. But I remember it quite well. I remember it for being very funny. Cosmos has arrived. That's 4 Ultras now. Ultraman Cosmos is on the list of shows to react to at some point. At the moment, I'm doing Gaia. After I'm done, the ones I'm considering most are Cosmos and X. We'll see about the rest, but I'm going to watch a lot of the old ones this year separately, not as a reaction, but I'll do review videos. But yeah, it's cool to see Cosmos, and one day I will be reacting to Cosmos. You might have to wait like a year or two though. I didn't ask why the Earth that this movie focuses on, there's no people there. There's people left, but not many. And I didn't ask because I knew it'd be answered soon. But yeah, the Batian, he made everyone vanish. And Zeton is also in this movie. I'm a big fan of Zeton. He's a crazy villain. But the guy you hear laughing in the background, I'm pretty sure that's the Batian. I recognize him. Probably from this movie. Oh my god, I remember the scene. I mean, you can't see it. It's copyright. That's why I'm not showing it, by the way. I've shown some things, but I paused it first. But I'm watching the scene where, I mean, obviously Zero's living within Tiger at the moment. And then the transformation finally happens, and Zero's really small because Tiger's not fighting side by side with him. It's such a funny scene. He's so small compared to the monster. Maybe I've watched the episode. It feels like an episode. Maybe I've watched the movie wrong, but like the main Earth that's deserted, that's like, is that that's a different universe to the Dyna universe, right? I mean, we saw the Dyna universe and Tiger was there, but like he flew his plane and he went through a portal to this deserted Earth. So it's a different universe, right? So like, who was the Ultraman for this Earth? No, wait, I think it's the same universe. I think it's the same universe because the people on this Earth, they know Asuka and they know Dyna, and they know Asuka is Dyna, and he's also missing in this universe. So it must be Asuka then. Maybe Asuka went into the wormhole and then the Batian decided, oh, Earth's unprotected, let me take it over, make it my testing ground. You guys can answer this better than me, so you know, I'll just let you tell me because you guys know a lot. There's a girl singing the Dyna song. I'm gonna cry. Wait, maybe it is a different universe, but they also have Asuka. I'm just confused because I've just seen a flashback of Asuka exploding. Well, he didn't explode, but he was standing and he exploded. No, sorry, an explosion happened around him. I'm hurting my head thinking about this. All I need to know is, this deserted Earth, is it the same universe as the Dyna show? Or are there two different Dynas on two different universes? I'm confusing myself, to be honest. Zeton has awoken. That is bad news. He looks more insect-like in this version. I think it is a different universe, but Dyna's also that universe has a Dyna. He threw himself into the egg of Zeton to prevent Zeton's. I forgot to speak English there. He threw himself into the egg of Zeton to prevent Zeton's birth. That's interesting. So different to the wormhole. Although the wormhole, he didn't die in the wormhole, did he? So that's a little bit different. So maybe it's the same Dyna. Maybe it's the same Dyna, or there's two Dynas. Either way, there's something. Hey, hang on. One of the kids' names in this movie is Kanata. I'm just saying that there's a Kanata in this movie. The tiger saves him. So there's 35 minutes left, and I feel like I remember the rest of this movie. Because they're at the finale now. They're at this battle with Zeton. Well, the Batian is watching. And meanwhile, the humans, they bring Dyna back to the right life, right? Because Dyna's light is there somewhere. So I'm assuming they're going to, like... I'll show you where I am, hang on. Okay, not the best context, but you know, I can't... Copyright. But I'm on this scene, right? Dyna is not here yet. But I think the humans save him at some point here. Because what I remember is, eventually it's 3 Ultramen fighting the final battle. And yeah, it's going to be Zero, I mean Tiger with Zero in him, but he's basically Zero. And Cosmos and Dyna. What a team. And like, this was also a sequel to something else, right? Was it Ultra Zero Fight? No, it wasn't Ultra Zero Fight, it was something else. There were a couple movies that I watched that featured Ultraman Zero, and I think he was fighting Belial in the 2 movies. I think Saga happens after that as well. I think Saga happens after a couple Zero movies, I think, as far as I remember. I remember this being a sequel to something, a sequel to a different movie. That's why I watched this. I watched it because it was a sequel to another movie. So yeah. So it's kind of a sequel to many things. I mean, I think you guys have answered it by now, but I'm pretty sure it's the same Dyna. It's gotta be, right? Yeah, he went through the wormhole, but then again, why would the Earth be? I mean, the team from Dyna, they went to another planet, a colonial planet where monsters and humans live in peace. Maybe it's the same. Maybe it's all the same universe, and I'm just overthinking. Just as I remembered, the humans saved Dyna. Where's Cosmos gone? He's gone missing. I have not seen Cosmos for the last 10 minutes. Where's he gone? Oh, he was knocked out. Oh, okay. Now all 3 are awake. There we go. That's the shot. I remember this. I remember the ending so well. There's so much of the beginning I forgot, but the ending I remember so well. Now this is what you call overpowered. Oh, now I see why Zeton looked different. He hadn't reached his final form yet. Now he looks a lot more like Zeton. No, this isn't just Zeton, this is Hyper Zeton. He is humongously overpowered. That final form, I assume, is called Ultraman Saga, judging by the movie name. It's also OP. Finally, a match for Hyper Zeton. I also like how the leader of the fake Earth Defense Force, like, she died, but like she was kind of like, she was woken up by the voices of all three Ultramen regrouping and transforming together, and also the kid Takeru's voice, because he had lost his voice after Asuka died, or sort of died. He'd got his voice back just to say that don't give up, and it woke her up. So that's really good storytelling there. I like that. I've just seen the Asuka reunion with the team. That was nice. That was really touching. I forgot her name, but there's still one person missing. Why was she not there? I'm curious. Like Rio's there, that's fine. But what about? I forgot her name. The young girl. Why wasn't she there? I'm just curious. It was probably a casting thing. Maybe she wasn't available for scheduling. I don't know. But yeah, I've seen that reunion now. That was a good movie. A lot of it was, based on Dyna's disappearance and Dyna's death and saving Dyna. So it really connects to the Dyna show really well. And yeah, the addition of Zero, Cosmos, and Tiger, even though Tiger was basically Zero. That was really cool as well. And I like Zeton as a villain, so yeah, that was really good to watch. I remember at least half of that, but that was good to rewatch it, because obviously I didn't watch Dyna before watching this. I watched this movie 2 years ago with no context, but now I've watched Dyna. The movie makes so much more sense. I thought it was over. There's an after credit scene. They're on a beach. What's going on? Oh yeah, everyone's back on Earth, by the way. And they all came back after Zeton exploded. So Zero said goodbye to Earth and he's flown away. But we're still zooming in on Earth. And I'm wondering why. What am I looking at? I'm confused. Is that supposed to be something? What's that supposed to be? I'm very confused. Isn't that just a map? That's just a place. Like what is it something to do with the shape? Why did they zoom in here? I'm curious. Like what's happening here? I don't understand. It's the last frame of the movie. It's just a place. It's just a map, but it looks like an animal. Anyway, yeah, that was good. So yeah, next week's episode will be not Ultraman, but I'll be watching more shows this year. So there'll probably be a lot of movies that are related to shows that I haven't watched yet, because they're related to shows. So once I watch more shows, I can watch more Ultraman movies. So I look forward to doing that. And as for the Destined Crossroad, I've already seen it, obviously, when it released months ago, but they only released the dubbed version. They are now releasing the original version on YouTube and stuff, so at some point I'll do the full version. I've done it already, but I did the dubbed version, so I look forward to watching it again with the original voices at some point this year. This is your boy Davidoff. Please like, share, subscribe. Thanks for watching. Have a good day, and yeah, goodbye.
Let's take it slow. Where you go, I go too. And if you hit the bottom, I'm going down with you. Let's take it slow. Who cares where we gotta be? You know you'll have a good time wherever you're with me. Let's take it